Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to this Monday morning with business coach Malloy. And what a fabulous week this is turning out, or fabulous week that turned out last week. So in the second business that we have of network in action, Kolkata is showing a huge amount of traction. And we signed up on the first sub-franchisee in that market. So interesting tractions that are happening. And hopefully in the next few months, I should be able to bring to you something else that is happening with our businesses. So lots of things happening, lots of positive things happening. But when I put my head down on the Saturday night on my pillow, couple of things that hit me is, and one of them is, can I do it all? Do I have it in me to do it all? And that word was fear. So today, in our episode 36 of our series, The Power of Five, we are talking about overcoming 5 fears that are holding entrepreneurs back. And there are plenty of fears and excuses that hold us back from getting what we want as entrepreneurs. And hence, success and failure is a choice. It's one choice that we all need to make, because we will always have those fears that I have never run a business. How can I be a successful business coach? This was one question that hit me very badly in 2020 when I started off as a business coach. I come from a background of professional world. I have no clue how to run a business. I have no clue. I have never sold in the MSME sector. Can I be a successful business coach? I have always looked at the sales side and the business development side of the business. Can I run a business? And these were the fears that I started off with. And these are the fears that continue to haunt for a while. And in some shape or form, it will continue to haunt. But touch wood, today we are one of the largest business coaching firms in the country. Some questions that we keep on asking ourselves: why am I not successful? Why is it not happening to me when it's supposedly happening to everybody else? Why is my life all messed up? And these are questions I'm sure are keeping you awake at night, because I have been in this situation and it's not a pleasant situation to be in. We start regretting, we start shaming ourselves for not being able to do what you love, for being stuck and not being able to leave it for 1,000-odd reasons. And we start questioning our potential when we had the ability to make things happen. And one of the biggest things that stop us from doing things the way we would want to do it, and probably the most biggest in the Indian context, is सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग. We're so very worried about the world. And each one of us has suffered from this for most part of our lives, and many of us are still suffering. We work at the same business, we are holding on to the same place, we are restricting ourselves to mundaneness just because someone or the other close to us doesn't think that it's the right thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, first things first, don't let other people make decisions for you. People have always got something to say about everything. Stop listening to people and do what you are truly passionate about. It is up to you to listen to what people are saying and break through and make greatness happen no matter what. So today I'm going to talk about 5 things that are holding business owners back, 5 fears that a business owner has, and how we can overcome them. The first and foremost is not believing in yourself. Being an entrepreneur strips you back to the core of who you are, your self-worth, your self-doubt, your self-confidence, your self-belief. You are no longer hiding behind a large organization or a brand, no more hiding in a team. Becoming an entrepreneur is so exposing. It is literally a daily battle with self-doubt and feel how self-worth are you. And let me talk about the 5 levels of that model of unshakable belief. We are all looking at the results. The results come in from the action and the mindset that we carry. And that action and mindset at some point in time is factored in by the views of others, the opinions of others, but most importantly, the belief systems you have. Because the belief systems are coming from your priorities. What are your value propositions of life? What are your priorities of life? And what is the and how do you want to handle this priority? And for that, the most important thing that all of us need to do is to give us space. The space where we can step outside of our business and think about where are we going? What are we doing? The key to breaking the problem of self-belief is to building small wins each day so you can gain the confidence you need to take on the goals in the business. Make it a game. See how many victories you have every single day. This can be as simple as not checking your email every hour or completing one simple task each day by the deadline you create for yourself. Entrepreneurship is a game, and entrepreneurship has to be played like a game, and you have to look at it like a T20 match or a test match and say, how much, and if it's a test match, how much have I achieved between start and lunch on day 1? Number 2, thinking you need a perfect product before you can start selling it globally. You think you need to have a perfect product finished before you can start selling it. When you use a bootcamp model or a pre-sell something to many people who are willing to buy before you spend months and months creating it, no one will buy. So the solution is don't stress. I need the perfect logo. I hear this logo design story so much that I really wonder what is in it. Yes, it's important to make things great, and you can certainly do this by upgrading over time, but good and profitable is better than perfect and never done. Get things done, complete it, move on. If you have a logo or if you have a brochure, it can be changed over time. But if you don't change and you're waiting for the perfect thing to happen, what you're losing is the only resource that you have, which is priceless, and that is time. Be the person who finishes even if it's not perfect. I know I'm not perfect. I know my model is not perfect. Number 3, waiting until it's a good time. In the word of Tim Ferriss, for all the most important things in life, the timing always sucks. What does this mean? It means you can't afford to wait until all the lights are green at once to start. Instead of waiting until it's a perfect time to start a business, you just have to jump in. Understand that timing is never going to be ideal. And just be smart about the decisions you take along the way. The reality is there's no perfect time. Waiting for a good time often becomes a self-imposed barrier to growth. External conditions, economic factors, consumer trends, consumer advancements, technological advancements are all in a flux, and the entrepreneurial landscape is inherently unpredictable. Successful business leaders recognize that there's never a perfect time to act. They create momentum by working with what they have and improving along the way. Take calculated risks, be prepared to pivot. Entrepreneurs can maximize opportunities as they rise rather than waiting for the ideal conditions. The key is to develop a mindset that is focused on action, learning from failures, and remaining flexible. Ultimately, waiting is often a symptom of fear, and fear is something that can be managed. The most effective entrepreneurs don't wait for the right time. They make the right time by taking control of the circumstances. Whether it's launching a new product, expanding into a new market, or simply starting a new business, the best time is to act now. Number 4, seeking money from investors. I know of so many entrepreneurs who started in debt and build everything from hustle, relationships, building their audience, and sweat equity. It's time to get creative and start thinking like an entrepreneur instead of thinking like someone who works in a cubicle. Most entrepreneurs delay starting their business because they believe they need the perfect amount of funding to succeed. This mindset can hold them back from realizing entrepreneurial dreams. The truth of the matter, most successful business owners for multiple years in their business were in debt and were running a not so profitable business. They had the negative bottom lines. But they kept at it, they hustled at it, they moved towards it because one day that inflection point will come. And many entrepreneurs who fail, they give up because they stopped just short of that inflection point. You're not in a race with anybody. It's your own business. Whether somebody has achieved 100 crores and you're at 1 crore really doesn't matter. What is your vision? The myth is the more money equals more success, and there's a common misconception that more funding guarantees success. Entrepreneurs often believe that they secure the right amount of capital, they'll be able to build the right product, hire the right team, or launch the marketing campaign. In fact, there are many examples of startups that raise significant capital but fail due to poor execution, weak market demand, and mismanagement. The reality is successful businesses are built on resourcefulness rather than resources. Many world-renowned companies started with little funding. Entrepreneurs who wait for the perfect funding may overlook the opportunity to develop critical skills like lean management, creative problem solving, and effective use of resources. By waiting for the perfect funding, entrepreneurs often risk losing the momentum. And finally, number 5, the entrepreneurial journey is about creating value, solving problems, taking action in the face of uncertainty. Waiting for perfect conditions, whether it's funding, timing, and resources, is not going to take you anywhere. Finally, fear number 5, you lack enough experience and knowledge to get started. The fear of lacking enough experience and knowledge is one of the most common barriers that entrepreneurs face. That fear can manifest in self-doubt, procrastination, or feeling of that imposter syndrome, where entrepreneurs believe they aren't qualified. The myth of enough experience says that you need to know a certain level of expertise or knowledge before you can start the business. They compare themselves with established leaders and experts and feel inadequate in comparison. The reality is no one ever knows 100% of their business. Imposter syndrome is something that kills a lot of entrepreneurs, the feeling that you don't belong or aren't qualified enough. And let me take you back to a story of Sachin Tendulkar when he was in his first test, when he got hit on the nose. The first thing that came into his mind was, I don't belong here. I've never faced this kind of pace bowling. But his mind overcame that day and told Sachin that stay here, stay put. And when he hit those next couple of balls for a 4 and a 6, he realized, I belong here. So get out of that imposter syndrome, because this syndrome can cause entrepreneurs to delay or second guess their decisions. This feeling can be extremely intensive in industries where competition is fierce. However, even highly successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and experts often struggle with the imposter syndrome, which shows it is not a reflection of your actual capabilities. Entrepreneurs often feel that they need to become experts before starting, but the pursuit of complete knowledge is an illusion. The business world is dynamic, and even the most serious, seasoned entrepreneurs continuously face new challenges every single day. Move past this illusion. Recognize that entrepreneurship is an ongoing learning process. You don't need all the answers now, because you will gain the necessary knowledge as you go by. Focus on being adaptable and willing to learn from every situation. Fear is something that will always be with us. Fear of failure, fear of being imposter syndrome, fear of not having enough knowledge, fear of not having enough money, fear of feeling incompetent. And this is only going to pull all of us down. Contrary to what we believe, entrepreneurs' success is really upon the complete knowledge or experience. It's more about resilience, adaptability, problem solving, and the mindset that we carry. Entrepreneurs who succeed aren't the ones who know everything. They are the ones who learn quickly, take calculated risks, and let everything into the business, because they aren't afraid to make mistakes. Ladies and gentlemen and entrepreneurs around the country and the world, you owe it to this world because you have taken this step of being entrepreneur. And these fears will haunt you for the rest of your life. It is natural, but don't let those fears overcome the vast potential that you have. Let go of this fear, grow your business, become the true person that you always desired to be, and you will realize that there is light at the end of the tunnel. Today is the last day of your 6th month. I put out a video last week. How much are you confident that you will achieve your goals of 24-25? 6 months to go. Where are we? What is that milestone that you wanted to hit? And what is the milestone that you have already hit? If you need help from us, we are 7 of us waiting to help you. We added 2 coaches, one in Bombay and one in Calcutta. We're there for you because we want you to be successful, because we want to be successful in our mission of impacting the lives of 1,000 entrepreneurs annually. Next week, or even before the end of this week, even before we meet, we start the holy season of Navratri. Focus on celebration with your family and friends. Focus on celebration, but don't lose focus that this is the time that you need to relook, replan, reset your next 6 months goal. Because in 3 months from now, I'll be asking you, what is your 25-26 goals? Because as an entrepreneur, we are always in search of the next big milestone. Till next Monday, same place, same time. Have a fantastic week, and I shall see you on the other side. Take care and God bless.